Sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for those antagonists from the Star Wars franchise that best captured our collective imaginations.
The two were accompanied by a girl.
What girl?
Number 10, Moff Gideon.
We shall be rid of the Mandalorians once and for all.
Giancarlo Esposito brought a palpable malevolence and some much-needed danger to the Star Wars Rogues Gallery when he portrayed Moff Gideon on the Disney Plus series The Mandalorian. Gideon could have been a one-note textbook villain during his 3-season arc, but instead, Esposito's performance lent the character depth and a quiet, uneasy power.
Smothered them before they could draw their first breath.
Moff Gideon possesses ambition and a ruthless desire for force sensitivity that overrides any semblance of morality. His tenaciousness is only matched by his keen tactics in battle, and his presence shadows each season of The Mandalorian like the dark side itself. Number 9, Cad Bane. This is another character who made a memorable live-action appearance, but the origins of Cad Bane go back much further.
Whatever Fett is paying you, we'll match. And all you've got to do is stay put and let things play out.
This relentless bounty hunter was created by George Lucas and his crew for the Clone Wars animated series. It was here where Bane earned his initial fan following.
The occupants are now my hostages. If you care about them, I'd advise you to free Jabba the Hutt from your detention center.
Appearances on The Bad Batch would follow, but many casual Star Wars fans would probably find Dorian Kinji's aforementioned performance on the Book of Boba Fett as their introduction to the character. And what an introduction it is, complete with a visual style that echoes the classic spaghetti western anti-heroes played by actors like Clint Eastwood and Lee Van Cleef.
Tatooine belongs to the Syndicate. As long as the spice keeps running, everyone will be left alone.
Number 8, Boba Fett. Cad Bane wasn't the first Star Wars bounty hunter to capture the imaginations of fans. That honor would go to Boba Fett, arguably the galaxy's most well-known mercenary. Moviegoers of a certain age will likely remember the mystery behind this character, back when he was first introduced in 1978's infamous Star Wars holiday special.
I take it you have no love of the Empire.
I don't.
Well, neither do I. It will be easy to find the ship you seek.
Fett was given a little more screen time on both The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, but media sources such as novelizations and comic books would put more creative meat on his bones. These days, fans possess an embarrassment of riches when it comes to Boba Fett content, but we'll always remember wanting to know exactly who was behind that iconic helmet.
Put Captain Solo in the cargo hold.
Number 7, Count Dooku, aka Darth Tyrannus.
Your swords, please. We don't want to make a mess of things in front of the Chancellor.
You won't get away this time, Dooku.
Cinephiles could always count on Sir Christopher Lee to bring gravitas to just about any role, and this legacy made him a perfect fit for the Star Wars universe. Lee assisted in bringing Count Dooku, aka Darth Tyrannus, to life within George Lucas's prequel series, achieving iconic villain status.
As you see, my Jedi powers are far beyond yours. Now, back down.
We can't help but associate this former Jedi Master with Lee's booming, stately voice and genteel, sophisticated manner. Of course, this sophistication belies Dooku's talent with a lightsaber, yet this villain is often more fond of subterfuge and mind games than direct violence.
Master Yoda,
Count Dooku.
you have interfered with our affairs for the last time.
This patience in playing the game served Tyrannus well in politics, but he ultimately fell when he was betrayed by his master, Darth Sidious.
Kill him. Kill him now.
Number 6, Jabba the Hutt.
Anmabuki, Kilikalia Kuka, Wantata Mulira, Wonkichisa Crispa Grido.
Look, Jabba, next time you want to talk to me, come see me yourself. Don't send one of these twerps.
One of the most enjoyable aspects of being a Star Wars fan is delving into the lore behind the galaxy's unique creatures. The Hutts certainly fall under this banner, a physically revolting lot that nevertheless seem to possess enough power and influence to tip the scales of organized crime in their favor. Jabba the Hutt, for many, serves as an iconic Star Wars bad guy, one to whom Han Solo owes an enormous debt. Jabba's underworld dealings have made him rich, to the point he operates out of an expansive palace.
The illustrious Jabba bids you welcome and will gladly pay you the reward of 25,000.
Yet none of this money saved his life, as Princess Leia throttled him with the very chain that was keeping her captive. Number 5. Grand Moff Tarkin.
The Imperial Senate will no longer be of any concern to us. I have just received word that the Emperor has dissolved the Council permanently. The last remnants of the old Republic have been swept away.
If Gideon was an outstanding example of the Moff political rank that's found throughout the Galactic Empire, then consider Grand Moff Tarkin part of the top 1%. Who else was respected enough to work alongside Darth Vader during the construction of the Death Star? Peter Cushing's extensive acting experience brought Grand Moff Tarkin to life within the Star Wars universe, lending the character a steely reserve and regality that made him easy to fear.
I told you she would never consciously betray the rebellion.
Terminate her, immediately.
Cushing was also an actor who was used to working with cult genre fare, having become a legend under the banners of Hammer and Amicus. This made it easy for Cushing to turn Grand Moff Tarkin into one of the most capable pieces on the Empire's galactic chessboard.
You're sure the homing beacon is secure aboard their ship? I'm taking an awful risk, Vader. This had better work.
Number 4. Grand Admiral Thrawn.
You're quite right. You'd be of great use to us.
Many older Star Wars fans can probably recall how big a deal it was when Timothy Zahn's Thrawn trilogy hit store shelves back in the early 90s. This expanded universe brought an entirely new villain, a threat that planned to restore the Empire to its former glory. Grand Admiral Thrawn.
Our primary objective is to escape this galaxy. It matters not whether Ren and Bridge are killed or stranded here.
The Rebels animated series further entrenched Thrawn into the hearts of the Star Wars faithful, but it would take until 2023 for a live-action iteration of the character to hit screens.
Grand Admiral,
I will deal with you when I return, Governor.
This introduction felt like a big deal, regardless of one's thoughts about Disney's thinly stretched cheesecloth of Star Wars-related media. Thrawn gave the Ahsoka series some depth, while also tying it to the Rebels that came before. Number 3. Maul, aka Darth Maul. A little investigation could easily lead to days or even weeks of research into all of the dark side's various Sith Lords. Many of them took Darth as a title when they entered the Rule of Two cycle of Sith Master and Apprentice. Maul is one of the few that dropped this title, however, when it was revealed that his master, Darth Sidious, had taken on a second apprentice, Count Dooku. Beyond this, Maul's on-screen appearances within both the prequel trilogy and Solo: A Star Wars Story all reiterate this simple truth. This Sith is a badass.
And you and I will then decide what to do about the traitor Beckett and his accomplices.
Fans marveled at Maul's double lightsaber, while stuntman Ray Park brought an intimidating physicality to the role. It made Darth Maul an immediate star. Number 2. Sheev Palpatine, aka Darth Sidious.
Break me down with all of your hatred, and your journey towards the dark side will be complete.
The legacy of Sheev Palpatine left such an impact that the sequel trilogy felt the need to bring the Sith Lord back from the dead to close out its story. This is the Galactic Emperor to whom power, unlimited power even, is the only thing worth seeking and retaining at all costs. The Royal Shakespearean actor Ian McDiarmid is probably most closely associated with Palpatine in both appearance and voice, but his debut in The Empire Strikes Back was quite different. Here, Palpatine was portrayed by a woman, Marjorie Eaton, who was heavily made up and disguised via in-camera effects.
Yes. He would be a great asset. Can it be done?
Trivia aside, it's the legacy of Palpatine's political overreach and stranglehold over the galaxy that remains the character's perpetual calling card.
You're the Sith Lord. I know what's been troubling you. Listen to me. Don't continue to be a pawn of the Jedi Council.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are some honorable mentions. General Grievous. always seeking out a new lightsaber for his collection.
You fool! I've been trained in your Jedi arts by Count Dooku!
Baylan Skoll, a morally mysterious survivor of Order 66.
This is a land of dreams and madness. Children's stories come to life.
Asajj Ventress, a dark and powerful Night Sister.
The Empire is more dangerous than you could possibly fathom.
Orson Krennic, a victim of the Death Star's awesome power. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Anakin Skywalker, aka Darth Vader.
Join me, and together we can rule the galaxy as father and son.
It's perhaps the easiest layup we've ever delivered in a list like this one. Because come on, who else could outrank Darth Vader, the coolest looking antagonist in the galaxy? We admit that we appreciate how more recent installments try to retract the original Star Wars inference that Darth was Vader's actual first name rather than a title. That said, a Sith Lord by any other name still wouldn't be as cool, nor leave an impression as huge as Vader back during his debut.
Where are those transmissions you intercepted? What have you done with those plans?
James Earl Jones' voice acting combined with David Prowse's impressive physicality to create a villain for the ages, as Darth Vader entered the pantheon of pop culture as its lord and master. Said simply, Darth Vader is iconic. What other Star Wars villain do you think could make the cut? Let us know in the comments.
I hit the ship, but they used a decoy.
We'll have to try something more subtle this time, Sam. My client is getting impatient.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.